Hey YouTube, this is Ben Gessel. I'm in a bit more sober mood tonight, somewhat. Two of my best piano students are, um, well, Dad wants to kind of put lessons on hold for a bit while he figures out what the workload's gonna be like for his daughters in the upcoming school year, and which makes a lot of sense. And but it's a real bummer to lose students, as a music teacher, especially when you don't expect anybody to have you don't hold people to a 6 month or yearly contract and like that, which I never really agreed with anyway. But just out here outside with a bit of pop, trying to feel better. I know that if you teach someone for a long time, and I taught these folks for a long time, and so I've been a good teacher, and they've went from beginners basically to early advanced level. Both these girls, and they are getting to the teenage range, but I'm hoping to teach them again. I remember doing piano while I did, high school, and you can do both. But I don't know. Trying to think about how to get even more students, but also more elite students. So more intermediates and advanced, especially advanced students, and especially on horn, my better instrument, and composition. And further, all the other things I wanted to do in life. And it's time to call up some youth symphonies and bang on their doors and go to where the advanced folks are. And I don't mean, high school's just not always so great. The places to go to, I think, are youth symphony organizations for French horn. And for piano, well, it's I've had a lot of piano students from word of mouth, and I've been happy with my piano students. But I might put out some things in my church as well. But just be a little bit more persistent about getting some more advanced students there. And composition, it's always the toughest one. And on that end, I'm going to probably need to talk to a lot more teachers and see if they have any students who are also willing to take lessons as well in composition. And also all the college age folks and everything, and adults basically. So, This is Sunday evening, April 19th, I think. I'm in the ballpark. I'm sorry, I meant August. It's the other A. Not April, it's August 19th, 2018. So, it's just a bummer. It really is, because these are basically the most advanced piano students, but I can't really say that they're my hardest working. Maybe, I don't know. It's just they have been my most advanced, and but again, I know that I'm going to have even better students in the future. The way things. I always get new students, and no matter what, I always seem to pick up some really great students here and there. But I just yeah. It's a bummer though, because you come to know these kids pretty well, and again, I'm happy when I can teach someone for over a year. That's great. I mean, these folks have been amazing. It's such just life being a private music instructor. It's not really a whole lot different, in some respects maybe, but it's a little different than teaching privately in college as a professor. But you only have them for 4 years, right, as an undergrad, and a few years as a grad student. Sometimes you could have for longer periods, but that's about what it is. And as a professor, it's very intensive musically, which is great. But I've come to find some things to be a lot more enjoyable. teach more very advanced students, pre-professionals, and I'm still going to teach. I still want to teach most elite students. I want them to be competition folks, professional level. Then horn are really good, or pretty good, kind of into the advanced intermediate ranges. More and more advanced as I get older, and all that stuff. And then piano. I always round it out with a little bit of piano when I have time. With the beginners and on up through, early advanced basically, or thereabouts, early mid advanced. And so, yeah, I mean, like, I know sometimes you guys are kind of timid about responding back. By all means, let me know what you think. I mean, as it is, there have been times when I hate it when I lose a student and I don't know why I lost them. In this case, it feels better knowing that I did a really good job teaching these girls, and even if I teach them in the future or not, I know that they were very well served. I did my best. I did my very best to teach them. And it's a good feeling. It's like I did what I could. And, they are solid musicians now. I still think there were some things that they still could review, and I maybe could have worked with them on theory some more, but they can both read music very well, and they might be able to fill in the gaps a little bit depending on what happens. And they're ready for either having me as a teacher again or having a professor even teach them. I took them all up to essentially where they could, look at taking lessons in college even. The teacher, more or less, So, anyway, I might keep this particular video a little shorter and do some other ones. But I'm a little down. I'll be okay, I think, tomorrow. Just kind of, the longer you've been teaching a student, in a way, and the more advanced they are, the tougher it is to lose them. In a way, and some people, everybody's a little different. Every teacher's a little different, but yeah, you put so much into and again, it feels great knowing that they are going to be both really solid players, and that they could, it's a good feeling, knowing that I've using my education. At least right now, in the way, I can still use it more in the future. But I mean, it's a good feeling knowing that, I'm passing down what I've learned and everything. So, all right, you can leave me your thoughts and comments below. Catch you guys later. Bye.